Hello, my name is Josh and welcome to the JJ Revs 21 karting channel. We're here at Fullback for testing in a rookie racing Rotax Max. The first time I have ever driven one of these karts. As you could hear as I exited the pit lane, I was in a bit of shock with the amount of power that came out the kart. Just repeating, that's a load of power over and over again. The format for this is 5-10 minute practice sessions. You are watching the first of these sessions as I wanted to get an insight for my first impressions and reactions from the kart. I was pretty blown away to say the least, but on we go onto lap 2. This was amazing. I loved this session so much, to the point that I couldn't even turn the engine on to start off with. I had to get guidance. I did not know a singular thing what I was doing, but it turns out I wasn't the only one that was here for testing. As you could see, there are more karts that are out on circuit. As you can see, number 89 just dive bombing us into the second chicane and going past the next person. And here comes kart number 30 passing me as well. This is where I started to get a feel for the kart, because I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. The weather for this event, it was absolutely freezing cold and also foggy and damp. As you could see, I was taking the dry lines, not the wet lines, because, well, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. I had driven this track before for the GKL season last year, but I still have no clue what I was doing. There's debris off to the left that we've just gone past, and we've got, what kart is that ahead? I cannot see because my GoPro is angled to the point where it's only facing the wheel, nothing ahead. What kart? 151. Next up the road in the Daniel Ricciardo series kart, winner kart, I think it is. I think it's a winner kart, I don't know. But it's a DRS kart, that's for sure. And it goes quite wide, which you're supposed to do during the wet. I just take the dry line because, as I've just said, I've got no clue what I'm doing. Coming into the double apex, now the chicane. There was it speaks for itself. Oh, raindrops there. I didn't notice that. But as it speaks for itself, with the wet, there's not much grip out of the circuit. So everyone's hitting the curbs. I was an absolute... Oh, I let someone through. I was an absolute wuss in this situation and decided not to take the curbs until the next couple of laps. And you see, I'm just trying to get a little bit of jacking action just to get to the opposite sides of the kart to get more rotation for that corner. Now into the chicane. During the start of these events, like proper big races for these karts, they take out the chicanes, they move the cones so they don't have to do the chicanes and it's just the straights, because otherwise you'll have 5 karts on top of each other every single time. But since this is a practice session, it doesn't matter. Now, we're heading on to lap 5. There is no lap counter, no, not lap counter, lap time counter in the bottom left like there was last video for qualifying, because there was no timestamp, so I don't know what my times were personally. Going... Who's this again ahead? I don't know. I can't see. The GoPro is angled oddly. 151. And as I look for a movie, I just wuss out in that situation like I did almost all the GKL season with overtakes. Into the braking zones. The flags are a massive help, and I only found this out after like session 3. And we're gonna go into this corner, and then I decide to spin. Lovely. I'm just sat here, little Prince Josh, with the hand up. Don't know what I'm doing, as this marshal was actually quite a big help. He told me to jump up, and I'm gonna let you listen to what I said.
I don't know what to do. I'm very confused. Alright, push it back on. Be quick though, mate. Go for it. Alright, cheers.
I was told before this event that you had to push it on yourself. I did not know how to push it on myself because I'm dumb. Anyway, sorry for the GoPro noises. It was also very windy during this session and I hadn't quite picked it up. I'm just trying to find the limits of driving this car, but also the shaking on the straight is because there are my GoPro or chin mount, I don't know, or sometimes on the curbs was very, very, very shaky. It wasn't done right, basically. So anyway, on to lap 6. You take a lot more different lines as I almost sail into the barrier with understeer. You take very different lines compared to what GKL was. Considering most of the time I was in the dry, so I don't know, but it feels like you're a lot quicker on the straights, and I felt a lot quicker on the straights anyway. That's what it's supposed to feel. It's supposed to feel very immersive. And I thought I couldn't reach the pedals because I don't have my seat insert in. I don't know why that was relevant, but it wasn't relevant. But anyway, so on to lap 7. The track is actually a pretty decent track. I didn't used to like it, but I've actually grown into it slightly. Yeah, so I think I got a bump, or no, it was just me mashing the accelerator because I don't know how to drive these cars. As I thought I was about to go flying into the barrier, but no. I was just thinking the worst, I guess. Through that corner, that's the corner I had the most trouble with all day, the one where I spun. It's a pretty tricky corner and can be hard on the hands sometimes, but you know, at the end of this session my fingers were numb, and I think 1 was vibrations and 2 cold. It was very, very cold on this day. So right, on to lap 8 is number 14. He was flying kart number 14 today. He was absolutely rapid. So we're gonna see what we can do, see what we can learn with kart number 14. I checked behind. I don't know if there's anyone behind me because, well, GoPro. So into the second chicane. Ooh, I almost hit that inside wall and get a lot of oversteer because of it, and well, I think I shouted at myself, but I'm not 100% sure because the voiceover mutes the background until I've done it. So we go into the final sector again. As well, it speaks for itself. The final sector is probably the hardest part of the track. I managed to get it sort of right throughout the day. Put foot down onto the straight. I'm going to give you a track guide. So I think you have to brake somewhere around where I'm braking. Then you lift. Put the throttle on there, but I'm also using the flags at this point on the side of the track. So you want to brake towards the outside, then you want to close off the corner, get the foot down, then try and get as wide as possible without hitting the rumble. Brake on this curve, towards this curve here. Try and get yourself to the apex as quick as possible. Put the power down now. And now into the chicane bit. I think this is a lift or dab the brakes corner in the dry. then you brake, put the power on as soon as you get to the middle of the apex to get yourself to the outside. Then you brake towards the end of the yellow line, but because of the understeer, I don't do that. Then you put the throttle in here. Be very easy with the throttle. Do not start dabbing it like a team sport or indoor kart. And then put the foot down and across the line you go. So that was a hot lap of the track. Well, kind of hot lap in quotations, because once again I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. Into the bulging corner. I don't know what this is called, what corner the corner names are. I'm just trying to drive the best as I can right now, going into the chicane and losing the back end. I don't really like those curbs just because they're like mountains on the tyres, and it sends me absolutely crazy. Once I hit them, it sends me in a bit of a shock, and obviously you know me. So coming around, as on the outside you can see the checkered flag is waving as shown on screen as well. Come around the final corner one last time and a mad dash down the straight to cross the line and head towards the pits basically. So yeah, I really enjoyed this day. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I really enjoyed this experience. I want to say thank you to Rookie Racing and the sponsor for me that's coming up on screen now. So yeah, thank you to them as well as Rookie Racing for allowing us to have this opportunity basically. So yeah, as we come around the final couple of corners now and into the final bend of the pit lane on the left hand side, I raise my hand because that's what I do, and into the pit. So thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's follow this karty journey on. See ya.